Now we are going for the form what we have done yesterday. We are going to develop the OAF page what we have done yesterday. Open JDeveloper. What are the BC4J components? Entity object, view object, application module. That's what we have discussed yesterday, right? Where is that PDF? So it is MVC architecture, model, view, controller. M stands for model, view, and C stands for controller. Model is nothing but your data. Okay. So how we will define the model? By using the BC4J components, business components for Java. It's entity object, view object, and application module. When we use entity object, whenever we want to apply some DML operations, means when we want to develop the OAF data entry pages, we will go for entity object. If we want to select only data, then we'll go for view object. AM is mandatory for every page. Every page should have the AM. What AM will do? Application module, it will handle transactions, your database transactions, nothing but insert, update, delete, select. This all will be handled in the AM. View is nothing but your page design. View is nothing but your page design. And how it will be designed? By using the UIX, user interface XML, that we'll see. It's very simple designing, just like reports we have done, right? In the same way we'll do here also. Controller is nothing but a Java code, Java class. Okay, it will be used to handle user interactions or user actions, nothing but when user click the button, when user check the checkbox, this all are user actions. This, if you want to handle is nothing but you want to execute some code, then we will go for using that. Okay. So these are this model, view, controller, MVC architecture. Next, how the interaction happened between this model, view, and controller. Okay. First we will open the page. It's nothing but our page, view. And when you open the page, you will try to click the button or click the radio button or insert the data, update the data. Then internally HTML request will go to the controller, and the controller will connect to the which object first? AM. From the AM will access the view objects, then entity objects, and then finally it will update in the database. AM contains only view objects. We don't find any other things in the AM. AM contains only view objects. Okay. If you create entity object, you must create the view object and attach to AM. We cannot attach entity object directly to the AM. We cannot attach entity object directly to the AM. We must create a view object. So view objects are two types. One is SQL based. One is SQL based, nothing but a select statement. Another one is EO based. Another one is EO based. So two types of view objects we have. Fine. This is your database. This page, this PPT you have to refer at least 5-6 times so that you will find, because maximum information will find here only in the designing part. Okay. Entity object is based on the database table or other data source. We'll create entity object based on the table or other data source. Okay. Entity object contains attributes, nothing but a columns. All insert, update, delete transactions go through the EO2 database. So all your insert, update transactions will go through into your database table. If it is select statement, will happen through view object. Fine. View objects, how many types? Two types. SQL based, EO based. It represents internally query result. One view object is nothing but a one query. What is the purpose of VO? It is used for joining the data, filtering the data, projecting and sorting your business data. It can be passed n number of entity objects and provides access to the entity object. Okay, fine. Next, AM contains only view object. Every page must have a root AM and it handles your transactions, nothing but your database transactions. This is the MVC architecture. This you will be clear once we develop couple of pages. And what controller will have, it responds to user actions and directs application flow. What is mean by directs application flow? When I click the sites button, it should open the sites page. When I click the PO button, it should open the PO page. Means you are giving the direction. You are giving the direction to your application. Application means group of forms. Application is nothing but a group of forms. So this inside of this controller only you have to write the logic, what exactly you want to do when user click the button, when user check the checkbox. Okay. Model objects like entity object and view object cannot be accessed directly from the controller. We can't access entity object or view objects directly from controller except AM. Except AM. If we look at our diagram, interaction diagram, see, you are in the controller, means you are in Java class. Whenever you are in the Java class, means in the controller, you can access only AM. You can access only AM. You cannot access view object or entity object directly. First access the AM. Then once you access AM, you can access all the view objects which are available in the AM. Let's say there are three view objects, nothing but three queries in the AM. All three view objects you can access in the class. So from the controller, we cannot access view object or entity object directly. We can access only AM. From the AM, we can access the view object. From the view object, we can access the entity object. That is the flow. Okay. Next. How many methods we have in the controller? Three methods we have: process request, process form request, one more is process form data. But we never discuss about process form data. That yesterday also we have seen. It will transfer your information from your page fields into the cache memory. Okay, so that's a process form data method. So that we never work. We'll be working with only two methods: process request, process form request. Process request method fires whenever we open the page very first thing. Whenever you open the page, automatically the code what we have written in this method, it will be executed. Whenever we click the button or any user actions, this process form request will be fired. Process form request will be fired. So two methods will have. Methods we call it here, there we call it as a triggers also. Internally this trigger NPLSK. Now this is the onion architecture of OAF framework. Internal layer is database, then entity object, then view object, then application module, then controller. So first we will access the controller. From the controller we can access AM. From the AM view object, from view object entity object, and then the database. Whenever we want to insert a record into the database, we have to access view object. From the view object entity object. From entity object data will be inserted into your table. Next, if we want to select pull the data, then we have to go for view object, means select information from here and then access from the control. We don't do anything in the AM. We don't write even any logic in the AM also. It will be used to handle our transactions. Always our job is only view object and entity object. You want to select the data, go for VO. You want to insert the data, then go for AO. That's insert, update, delete. Whenever we are working with JDeveloper is one of the tool. By using this, we'll go for developing the OAF pages, ADF pages, as well as MEAF pages also. First, we have to define the Java workspace. Java workspace we have to define. Inside of that, we will find the Java project. Inside of that, we will find the files. Entity objects will be defined in schema.server. View objects will be defined in server. Pages will be defined in the web UI. So 3 folders we have to remember. Pages will be defined in the .web UI. View object and AM will be defined in the server. Entity objects will be in the .schema.server. Web UI stands for Web User Interface. Web UI means Web User Interface. Web UI stands for Web User Interface. So now we'll go for creating the simple page. As yesterday we discussed how many windows we have. 5. Application Navigator, structure window, log window, property inspector. Controller will find whenever we create a controller, that time will set. Now Java workspace, yesterday we have defined one, and you want to create a new workspace. I can create you one sample. Right click, new workspace, and just will go for give the workspace name. That's all. We don't give anything. We'll just mention the path where you would like to generate these workspace files. Let's go for the workspace which we have created yesterday. Yes. If we want to delete workspace, we can delete. We have deleted the workspace and save it. Now go to applications. I'm creating new workspace. Right click, new OA workspace, name of the workspace. If we click this add a new project, OA project, it will be added. Open in new navigator means separate navigator will be opened here. Already there is one workspace called test. I don't want to use this. I would like to have separate navigator. Then check this checkbox. Now name of the project. And package. Oracle dot apps dot po dot requisition dot web UI. Connect to the RTL database connection. What is the database connection file? Where do we find the DBC file? JDev home, JDev DBC files, source secure folder. This is the path. vision.dbc database connectivity, Oracle applications username and password. Any username we can use, operations and welcome, and what is the responsibility. System administrator we are using, so we have to use system administrator application short name, system administrator responsibility. Why we have to give these details is, once you develop the page here, you have to run the page. But we are not registering this page right now. Right now we are running directly in the JDeveloper. We are not registering in Oracle applications. That we'll discuss later. Then you must provide the username and responsibility name. Internally it will connect to the applications and execute the page. You don't need to log into Oracle applications because already you are connecting to the application internally. Internally you are going to connect to your applications here, and then you are going to select this responsibility. From this responsibility only you are going to open your page. Later we will see how to run this page in Oracle apps, in Oracle applications, how to deploy. Next button, finish. So we have defined separate workspace, project, and separate navigator. We have taken in the separate navigator. Yes. This is our workspace, Java workspace, and this is our project. This select application sources, these all folders we have. Fine. So after we create Java workspace and project, what is the next step we have to do? We have to define the AM, application module. Go to the project, right click, new, ADF business components, application module. We must define the AM. AM must be defined in which folder? Server. And what is the name of the AM? Yes. Any. Why I am maintaining the capital letters is, when we see the name we can understand. In the Java code anywhere, if you find this, you can AM. Okay, this is one of the application modules. Just give the AM name and the path dot server. We don't do anything here right now. Complete this task. Once we define the AM, then we'll see our folders here, RTL underscore. If you don't create a AM, you don't find this RTL underscore E path here. Earlier we got calculation, something master, RTL and test. Whenever we create AM, then only we will find this particular path. PO, requisition, server, this is what AM. Okay. Next, go for page. Go to requisition folder, right click, new. You can also go to PO folder, right click, new. But you have to enter again PO.requisition.webui. Instead of entering that path, let's go to requisition folder directly, right click, new, OA components, page. It takes automatically page name, and this is the path .webui. Name of the page, give some name, capital letters PG. Now in .server we have defined AM. In .webui we have defined the page. As soon as we define the page, there will be a default region. What is the region style? Page layout. Page layout is the default region. Select the region, attach your AM to the page. How to attach the AM to the page? Go to AM definition. What is your AM name? This RTL underscore E. that is the AM. Window title is mandatory. Now run the page, right click. So these are minimum steps required whenever we want to develop one simple page. We have not done anything. Okay. Java workspace, Java project, AM creation, page creation, attach the AM to the page, run the page. And this is one of the OAF page which we have developed. Fine. Now we'll talk about the regions. As we have already discussed, default region is page layout region. We don't do anything here. Inside of that, we'll go for create new regions. There are mainly 4 regions we'll be using. One is header region, message component layout, table region, default single column, default double column, advanced table region, flex region, page button bar region, page button bar region, like this. Header region is used generally to keep the headers. Message component layout also same. Whenever we want to keep some attributes, then it will be used. More than one record means we'll go for table region, default single column, default double column, like this. Initially we are going to work with these two. Later we'll see one by one whenever the requirement comes. Initially we are working with 2 regions, header and message component layout region. I am going for first header region. Go to region. Already one region is there, page layout region. Already we have assigned AM to this. Right click, new region. Right click, new region. What type of region style this is? Header region. So header region, and I am going to mention only the heading. Supplier fields. I would like to have 4 fields here. Go to region, right click, new, item. Item is nothing but a field. Item is nothing but a field. Field or button or checkbox, like this. Item, it is a message text input. What type of values you want to enter in this field? Number, maximum length 10 digits. Initial value I would like to go for 10. prompt, vendor ID. One item we have defined. Let's go to again header region, right click, new item. One more item, vendor name. Next, one more item, right click, new item. This is for date. Like this, we will define the items. Three items we have defined: supplier number, supplier name, and date. We have configured the data type also. And what type of item we have used? Text input. Text input, and this is the prompt we have used. Now let's run the page. Yes. Now here is our header region. This is our region, and three items we have displayed: vendor ID, vendor name, and date. Whenever you choose the data type as date, you will get the calendar automatically. We have entered the data in the fields, but there is a problem in the alignment. In alignment, there is a problem. So when you want to be perfect in the alignment, you can go for message component layout. Let's go to region. This is your main region. Right click. I'm going for another region. Whatever objects we have in the header region, I'm going to copy. You can use shift button and copy this. Otherwise, you can copy, right click, copy, go to this region and paste. It takes another name, just one will be added. Like this, we can copy the items from one region to another region. Second region style we are going to change. What style you want to use? Message component layout. We have used the style as message component layout. Why we required? It will be better alignment. It will ask you how many rows and how many columns you would like to display here. 2 rows and 3 columns. Maximum how many fields we can display? 6. 2 rows and 3 columns means 2 multiply 3. Total 6 fields we can display. Maximum 6 fields we can display. 3 columns and 2 rows. Okay. Now how many columns we have? 3 items we have. 3 items will be displayed in a single row. This is message component layout. But for message component layout, we cannot go for provide any here separate prompt. Separate prompt cannot be mentioned. Message component layout region. Now run the page. Now what we said, 2 rows and 3 columns. 2 rows means here, right? This is 1 row and this is 1. This. And for message component layout, I don't have any heading here like this. We are not able to give the heading. So we can take one header region and give the heading here, no problem. Okay. Now what I am going to do is, let's stop this process, terminate. Now go to message component layout. I am defining 3 more items. If you want to have the checkbox, we can have it. This is checkbox style. Supplier enabled. If you make this as required, it is going to be mandatory field. Initial value you can configure. When user check what value, when user uncheck what value. Anyway, this we'll discuss later. Just I am giving some default values. Then what is the prompt? Supplier enabled. Yes. One more text item we are going to have. If you want a text item, we can use this. Supplier limit number. Okay. ID must be single word. Maximum 5 digits. Initial value is this. Supplier limit. Then one more styled text we will use. Styled text means just prompt. Just prompt will be displayed. User cannot enter the data. Now we are displaying all 6 items in the message component layout region. But we don't have the heading for the message component layout. Then what we'll do? We can use header region for the message component layout. Let's go to the main region, right click, new region. We have created one header region and give the heading for this. Now inside of this header region, we would like to display the message component layout region. You can just drag this into this. Whenever you try to drag one region to another region, system will ask you, you would like to go for child option or sibling or cancel. Child option means within the header region, message component layout will come. If you say sibling, it will be created simultaneously another header region. Now we want a child option. Click this child. Child means within the header you got. Sibling means it will be created here. Means simultaneously it will be created. Now what we have defined, one header region. Within that one message component layout region. Within that some items. What type of items we have used? Text input item, checkbox item, styled text item. Three categories we have used. We have used three categories. Let's run the page. Now this is the header region we have mentioned, and we given the text. Inside of that we said rows and columns, vendor ID, name, supplier date. Checkbox we said mandatory, right? That's why we got star mark. And supplier limit. Address is a styled text. It is not a text input, means user can pass some input. Styled text means only reading. You can just read the data. You cannot do it. Checkbox is two options, check and uncheck. This is how we will work with the first two regions. How many regions we have seen now? Header region, message component layout. So in the message component layout, alignment will be perfect. It will be perfect as per that. Now if you open Oracle applications, some OAF pages, you will find maximum like this. If you look at here, this is a OAF page, right? This is one text input. This is also one text input. These two are buttons, and this is LOV input. This will discuss later, LOV input and buttons. So this is first two regions we have worked. Then default single column. Table region we'll see when we are working with the view object. Now we'll go for default single column. Let's go to main region. Right click, new region. Default single column. Region style is default single column. And what is the text you would like to have? Supplier details, default single column region. And whatever the items we have defined here, all these items I am going to copy into this region. If you copy, and you can go for paste. Otherwise directly you can drag and drop. Drag and drop means here it will be cut, here it will be paste. So otherwise if you say I don't want to cut there, so copy and paste. Let's go for here, paste. Three columns. And you want to have any new items here, go to your region, right click, new item, and this time I would like to have the button. Then what you have to do, you have to choose your item style as a button. Item style as button. Select this, item style is button. What is the prompt you would like to have? Supplier sites. Yes. Now run the page. So we are trying to test one more region. Which region we are testing? Default single column. Default single column. Yes. This is what type of region? Default single column. Then what is difference between message component layout and default single column region? In message component layout, you cannot place the buttons. But in default single column, you can have the buttons. And here you can have multiple columns like this. We said 3 columns, right? 3 columns and 2 rows. 3 columns and 2 rows. Same way we can. But here only single column. No chance multiple. So two differences we have. In message component layout, we cannot go for buttons. That's why in message component layout region, if you do the right click, try to create item, it won't show that you can define a button. Only these items are allowed. But in other regions like header region or in default single column, you can go for create an item and change the item style according to your requirement. Next we are going for one more region, default double column. Default double column. Right click, new region. What type of style you want to use? Default double column. Here, and whatever items we have here, that will copy paste. Can go for new items. I'm just doing the same copy paste. Now run the page. Hello. Zero. Oh, no. Okay. 6:30 class అయిపోతుంది 6:30కి వచ్చేసి ఓకే 6:30 fine. Now what we said is a default double column, right? But how many columns we mentioned here? 5. So that's why you got alignment problem. So single column means only one. Double column means you will find two. Let's remove the button. We'll see that. Where is that region? Here. Default double column region. Remove the button. Let's run. So, like this we'll go for designing. Page button bar means you will have the buttons top of the page and down of the page. If you want to have the buttons on the top of the page as well as bottom of the page, we'll go for page button bar. These two will discuss later. These two comes later as well as table. These all are simple what we have discussed and regularly used all these regions. This is just a style of display your page. Still we have not entered into the coding part. This is just designing of the page. So whenever you want to design the OAF page, we will use the different regions. Different regions. What is the default region for every page? Page layout is the default region. Inside of that, you will start design according to your requirement. According to your requirement. Now you can see perfect. Default double column we got here. So we have seen header region, message component layout region with the help of header region. This is again header. Inside of that we have mentioned message component layout region, then default single column, default double column. Okay, fine. Now I would like to have buttons here in the top of the page and the bottom of the page. Like if you see in applications, we'll take the example of which one will take. In PO module, we have seen how to create the buyer, right? We have seen how to define the buyer. Let's go to buyer form. Hello, sir. Sir, sir. Class lo చెప్పండి sir, no problem. 6:45 చేస్తాను. So when I go to setup, where is that? Setup menu, personal, buyers. Now this is OAF page. Yes, this is header region. Then we got this is single default column, and cancel and save buttons we have here, as well as down also we have. So whenever you want to like this, then we'll go for page button bar, and this is nothing but a table region. Table region means multiple fields. Whenever you want to display multiple fields, we'll go for table region. We have seen already how to display the styled text, and we have seen how to add the calendar. LOV will discuss later. This LOV we'll see later. These all are calendars. So in the table region, what happened? Your fields will be displayed multiple times. Multiple times means how many times? If 10 records are there, 10 times. 100 records are there, 100 times. In reports, we have used repeating frame. Same way, here we have to use table region. Here we have to use the table region, that we'll see. Now we are going to see this page button bar. We want to have to cancel and save. Go to your main region. Right click, new region. What type of region style this is? Page button bar, page button bar. Yes. And right click, new item. I would like to have two buttons. Select item style is submit button, cancel button, prompt, cancel. Next, one more button. Right click, new item, save. Submit button, item style as submit button, prompt, save. Two buttons we have defined for entire page. Let's run the page. Now we can see the two buttons here, cancel and save. How to write the code, we'll see next level. Right? I would like to have the buttons only for this region. I don't want for entire page. So go to your region, right click, new region. Inside of this you are going to create one more region, that is page button bar. I'm going to create two buttons here, new item, add, submit button, one more is delete. Submit button will go for it. Now run the page. We can say add and delete only for this region. If you define for entire page button bar, it will be defined for the page level. If you want to have only for a particular region, then you can go for only in that region, not for entire page. So this is how we will design one OAF page. This is the designing part. Like this, there are number of regions. Right now we have talked about page layout. Page layout is a default that we don't work, we don't do anything. Default region. Then we'll be using header region, message component layout. Table will be very simple that we can see. Default single column, double column, page button bar. Flex is used to work with the flex fields. In Oracle applications, we have flex fields. That is your next concept. So that time it will be clear. Okay. So now default single column and default double column. Advanced table we will use when we are working. So this design part you have to be flexible. So any doubts in the designing part? If you are clear in the designing part, then I can go for simple coding part first. Fine. Now we want to develop one simple page with data. So far whatever we have done is without data. It's just designing. We have displayed the fields. We have not retrieved any data from the database tables and no database connection. If you want to only design, you don't require any controller, no view object, no entity object. When the entity object, view object will come into the picture, this all, whenever you want to select the data or insert, update, delete the data, and when you want to write some logic, then only we require this. Right now we have defined a page. The page is directly defined with AM, attached to AM. That's it. Only two things we have done now. AM we have created and page we have created. Now we are going for third one, view object. Nothing but a select statement. So now we are going to see how to select the data from database tables. Now I would like to select PO number, PO type, supplier name, and ship to location. These four fields we would like to select from the database and display, and I would like to have default single column region, means so that alignment will be flexible. Otherwise we will go for header region. Inside of that, message component layout region, message component layout region, having all these all are text item, this also text item. This we would like to have the styled text. This we would like to have styled text. This is the form we would like to design. So as usual, how we'll do this? First we have to define the Java workspace. Then we have to define the Java project. Then we have to define the AM. Then we have to go for define the page. Attach AM to page and also window title we have to change. Then go for create view object. This is new. View object is nothing but your query. Select statement. Now we want to select the PO number, PO type, shift to this information, right? So that. Once we create view object, then we have to attach view object to A. We must attach view object to A. Then go for define the controller. Inside of controller, what you have to do? First we have to initialize A. Then we have to initialize the view object. Then execute view object. View object means query. So from the controller, we can't access view object directly. First we have to access the AAM. If you access the AAM, then you can access all the view objects which are available in the AAM. Then go for execute the query and then run the page. I will go for development of this page. Java workspace and Java project we don't need to create every time. Already we created a workspace and already project is there. Workspace is there, project is there. Now we'll go for create the AAM. Right click, new, ADF business components, AAM. Straight away we are working here. Name of the AAM, click the next button. AAM must be defined in the server. Yes. If you say it is getting confused, you can have a new project, no issue. Java workspace you can have one. Let's create a new project. Right click, new OAF project. Project means you have to give the name of the project, RTL underscore E1. Folder, oracle.apps.po.requisition.reviewer. Database connection. Details we got. You can configure once here, right? Tools menu, default project properties, Oracle applications, database connection. This also you can configure default connection and the runtime options. Once you enter here, same values will reflect in the project. You don't need to enter every time. So another project we have defined. Once you create a project, we don't find our folder here. RTL underscore E1 is not there. When you will find the folder? When you create a AAM. You don't have folder now. You have to create the AAM, then only we will get the folder. New ADF business components application module. Application module must be defined in the RTL underscore E1 AAM. Now we can see that. Yeah. RTL underscore E1. PO requisition server, and there is your A. But I am able to see other folders: master, calculations, RTL underscore E, RTL test. I don't want this. I want only this one. So what you can do? Go to your project, right click, project, properties, go to project content. Generally you will get automatic, but just now we have changed, right? That's why you got Oracle applications. Go to project content, and whatever folders you would like to include, let's include those things. Which folder you want? RTL underscore E1. Press OK. Only one folder we have here left. Now what we have done, we have completed the A. Next what we have to do, we have to define the page. How to define the page? Go to your project, right click, new, OA components, page. Name of the page, RTL underscore E1, capital letters PG. It has taken automatically your folder in .webui. Press OK. .webui, press OK. Now page is designed. Whenever page is designed, by default you will find one region, base region. What is the region style? Page layout. Attach the AM to the page and also window title. Purchase order information. Now we have attached AM, we have attached window title. Now we are going for view object. This is new. Go to where do we create view objects, in which folder? Server. That's what we discussed in the architecture, right? View objects must be in the .server. .webui is only for pages. .server is for both application module as well as for view objects. Now already AM we have defined in the server. Now we are going for view object. Go to server, right click, new, view object. Right click, new, view object. View object is nothing but a query. If you say I will write a query in the Toad and test, no problem. First you can write in the Toad and copy paste. So what you want here? PO header sol dot segment 1, PO header sol dot type lookup code we required from which table? PO header sol, alias name is PO header sol, and AP suppliers one, and HR locations. Join both the tables. PO header sol dot vendor ID equal to AP suppliers dot vendor ID, and PO header sol dot shift to location we required, right? Shift to location ID equal to HR locations dot location ID, and get this information. IP suppliers dot vendor name and HR locations dot location. Now I would like to select only one record. I don't want more than one record. More than one record means we have to go for table region. Still we have not discussed about table region, right? That we'll see later. I am writing on one more condition where row num less than or equal to 1. Okay. First we will see how to display one record. Then we will see how to display multiple records. This. One record means like this. Multiple records means like this. Okay, fine. So now query is ready. Once query is ready, copy paste. Copy. Go to server. Right click. New. View object. New view object. And where do we define the view object? In the server only, right? Yes. Let's go for name of the view object. PO VO. Next button. Write your query. Select. Copy paste. Whatever is valid at SQL prompt, it's valid. How many columns we have selected? 4. So view object is nothing but indirectly query. Let's say you want to modify the query. Right click, edit. Go to SQL statement and modify it. And you want to know how many attributes you have selected. Nothing but a columns. These are the columns we have selected. Press it. Once we create the view object, what is the next step we have to do? We have to attach the view object to AM. Otherwise, you can't access that. How to attach the view object to the AM? Simple. Go to AM, right click, edit. Your view object is here, attach. Whenever we attach the view object to the AM, system will automatically change your VO name. Earlier, what was VO name? PO VO. But now the VO name is PO VO1. This you have to use inside of your coding. You should not use this. This is your VO name. But whenever you add this to the AM, automatically it has changed the name. That is PO VO1. So we have attached VO to AM. Whenever we select AM, here it will show you how many view objects are attached. Right now only one view object is assigned. You can have number of queries and you can assign the number of query. Query means indirectly view object. Fine. We have assigned VO to AM. Now we have to go for define the controller. Window title also we have added, right? Then after this, we have to design the page. Page we have not designed, right? Just we have created the page. We have created one page, but we have not designed, right? So what is our requirement? We said we want to have 2 regions. First a header, message component layout, and then we would like to have 4 values. Let's go to the page. Let's go to the page. Go to region, right click, new region. Header region, whatever text you would like to have, purchase order, information. Inside of this, we would like to have one more region. That is just for heading purpose. Inside of this, we are creating one more region, message component layout region. And how many columns and rows? Rows we would like to have up to 10, but only one column I would like to have. Width, if you want to mention, you can mention the width also. That's not required. Number of columns and rows. Inside of this, we would like to display the text items. Right click, how many fields are there? 4. You can do copy paste also. Just Control C, go to region, Control V. Second, third, fourth. First one, go to item. This is to display the PO number. And how will you map this with your view object? Here we have selected all 4 columns, PO number, PO type, supplier name and location code. How will you map? In report builder, we used to take field and we used to change the property called source. We used to change the source. Now here we have to change two properties. View instance name, nothing but your view instance cannot be retrieved. It is showing that you don't have any view instances. View instance not found in RTL underscore E. But our project is RTL underscore E1, right? Then what happened? Maybe for this page you have added AMS RTL EAM you have attached, not this one. You have added another AM, that's why it is showing that there are no view objects in your AM. So what is our AM? RTL underscore E1. This is our AM. Whenever you assign the AM, then automatically you can access the view object. Now go to the item. What is the view instance? PO VO1. And what is the view attribute? Nothing but a column. Segment 1. That's all. Second item. What is the view instance? This. And what is the view attribute? Next, third. What is third one? Supplier. View instance, view object. Fourth one, should to. View instance, view. Like this, we will go for map. Same thing we have done in the reports, one property source, but here too. But for every item, you have to mention the prompt. This is should to, and this is supplier name. This is purchase order type. This is purchase order number. And one more thing what we have to configure is maximum length and data type. For PO number, that we must configure as per the data type. Go to PO headers all. PO number means segment 1, right? Segment 1, what is the data type? Varchar 2 of 20. That we have to configure. Otherwise, it will show error message. Next, PO type means type lookup code. What is the data type? Varchar 2 of 25. That also you have to configure. Next, supplier name. Which table? AP underscore suppliers table. Go to this. And vendor name. Varchar 2 of 240. Next, ship to location. Go to HR locations table. Describe the table. F4 is the shortcut to describe the table. Varchar 2 of 60. Like this we have to configure. So we have to change the data type and width, view instance, view attribute and font. This is how we'll design the page. Let's run the page. Still we have not written the code. Just we have designed the page and we are going to see the page designing part. This is the page. We said only one column, right? So that's why one column. But we don't have data, just page is designed. If you execute the query, then you will get the data into this. Already you have executed query in the Toad. In the Toad you have executed query, already you got the data. Now here also you have to execute the query. Whenever you want to write a code, then what you have to do? Controller you have to define. Now the page is designed. We can run the page. That also we have done. Now we have to define the controller. So in OAF, the only place where we write our logic is controller. So now we'll go for define the controller. How will you define the controller? Very simple. Go to your main region, go to your page layout main region, right click, set new controller. Where do we define the controller? In web UI only, but 2 times it is there, remove 1 time. Web UI you got 2 times, we don't want 2 times, so create 1 time. You can give the name of the controller, nothing but your class. Class name and package name. Package name is nothing but a folder. So you are going to define the controller in this folder, and what is your controller is nothing but a Java class. Controller is nothing but a Java class. So give the class name, yes, press OK. Now the controller is defined successfully. Here is your controller. So in web UI you will find the page and the controllers. In server we will find the view objects and AIM. Okay. Then already controller is opened. If you double click also, in case if it is open, closed. If you double click this, your controller will be opened. Now if you double click on this, you will get the full screen. Now this is our controller. How many methods are there in this? 2 methods we have. Process request, process form request. This method will be executed when the page is open or load. Whenever page is loaded, whatever code you have written here, it will be executed. This method will be fired whenever user clicks some buttons or user interactions or for user interactions. Right now what is our requirement? When the page is opened, I want the data. I don't want to click a button or something. When the page is opened, I want the data. Then which method you have to choose? Process request method you have to choose. Where is your query? Query means your view object, right? This. Where is it? It is located in the AIM. That you have to access first. First we have to access the AIM. How to initialize the AIM? There is a package OA application module. Here it is a case sensitive. We must remember capital and small letters. OA application module. What is this? It is one of the package. It is one of the package. What package contains classes? What classes contains methods? Okay. So you are going to import this package. you are going to import this package. This is not database package. This is not Oracle package. It is Java package. And whenever you enter the package name, you will get automatically hint. This is the package you want to import. Yes. Press Alt Enter. Automatically it will be imported. But what it is showing that there are multiple packages with the same name. OA application module, OA application module in another folder like this. But we want first one only. OA application module. How will you find whether it is imported or not? You go back. Go to the top of this button. Here, if you click this, it will show you, yes, it is imported successfully. When you import the package, you can access all the classes which are available in that package. Right now we have access, we are going to define a object. In Java, for every package or class or method, we will define one object. You can give any name. Object name, you can give any name. If you define, initialize the class or method, will define an object. Now AM means indirectly used. Now we want to access the AM which is assigned for our page. There is one parameter called page context. This parameter is used to access the current page, items. Right now I want to access the current page AM. So page context dot get application module web. So in this method there are two parameters. One is page context, another one is a web bin. Web bin will discuss later. What is the purpose of this parameter called? It will be used to get your current OA page context. It will be used to get current OA page context. Means inside of your page there are some items, right? That information you want, then you can access. That's what I am getting. What I am trying to get, I want the AM which is assigned for my page. Where you have assigned the AM? Here, right? We have created a page, then we have assigned the AM to the page. I want this details. I want this AM name. Once I get that AM name, then I can find the view object. That's what I have written the code here. Yes. Once we initialize the AM, then what we want next is a OA view object. VO, right? OA view object. Again it is another package. Input, Alt Enter. Now you can define the object for this. How will you find whether this package is imported or not? Go to the top of the controller. Where is that? Here it is. So this package also imported. Now go to OA view object. Already we got AM. Inside of that AM we are going to find this view object is exist or not. What is your view object name? What is the name of the view object? Go to AM, right click, edit, this name we have to use, not this one. This is your VO name, but after attaching to the AM, name has changed. That name we have to use. Now for this we have defined the object. Now V1 means indirectly this view object. Indirectly this view object. I want to execute that. V1 dot There is a method execute coil. That's in Java. For every method or class, we will define one object, and you are using the v1 means indirectly you are using this view object. You are using the AM means indirectly you are using this application module, whatever application module that is there inside of your page that we are using. So inside of AM, what are the view objects are there? There is only one that you are going to find. Find view object and execute the code. All these three lines will be executed whenever the page is loaded. You don't need to click the button or something. We have written all this code inside of the process request method. So when the page is loaded, means when the page is opened, automatically will find the data. That's it. Let's run this. If you are able to understand these three lines, entire Oracle OAF Java code you can understand. These three lines only complex. Now your page is going to be compiled. Now this. When the page is loaded, we got the data. And we have already mapped where you want the PO number, PO type, these details. Same information we will go for another page. But this time instead of single record, we will go for multiple. So whatever we have done now, I am going to do again. But this time we are going for multiple records. Instead of single record, we will go for multiple. So initially when you do it takes long time, but generally it won't take more than 5 minutes to develop this page. Okay. So let's go for creating a new project. I'll just create, you can see that new OA project, and RTL underscore v2, RTL underscore v2 dot oracle dot apps dot po dot requisition dot web UI mesh. Go to this project, new, create ADF business component AM. AM must be defined in the server. AM must be defined in the server, and same I am going for supplier details only. Create AM. Once you create AM, go to project properties, include the folder whatever we have defined RTLE2, right? This. So we don't find other folders. We'll find only RTLE2, and already AM is there. Let's go for next is a page. Go to requisition, right click, new, OA components, page, and supplier page dot web UI. As soon as page is created, what we have to do next, we have to assign the AM to the page. RTL underscore where is this? Okay, I think we have given AM name as a Vivo naming name. Okay, AM name as we have given this, no problem. Name is just for that. attach and window title, PO data. Next, we'll go for create the view object. Go to server, right click, new, view object. Where do we find the objects? View object in dot server folder only. Let's say purchase order view. And whatever query we have, let's define. This time I want all the records. Let's go for remove this. Remove the row number condition. Define the query. Finish. As soon as we create a view object, immediately we have to assign the view object to AM. Go to AM, right click, edit, attach view object to AM. Next, go to the page and design it. Go to region. First, we would like to have a header region. Go to region, right click, header region. If you say, I want a table region, directly we must go for table. Multiple records means we must go for table. No other region we can. We have one more advanced table that generally we don't require unless you have a requirement hide and show. You want to hide and show, then we go for advanced table. We'll see that later. Now go to region. There are two ways you can define. You can use the wizard also and manually. I'll show you manually, simple. Go to region. What is the region style we want to use now? Table region. Where is that? Table. And whenever we select a table region, it will ask you how many records at a time. Multiple records, right? I'm saying 10 records. And how much page width you want to occupy? 100% page width. And what is the heading you would like to have? Purchase order data. That's it. Purchase order data. Remaining common, like previous what we have done. Right click, new, item, copy, go to region. How many items we want? 4 items. Go to first item. Here we want to display PO information, and this we have to change. Varchar to what is the maximum length? PO segment 115, 20. And we'll mention the prompt. Sorry, view instance and view attribute. View instance means your query, VO name, and prompt. PO number. Next, second, PO type. What is the data type for PO type? Varchar of 25. Varchar of 25. View instance, view order, prompt. Next, this is another one, supplier, right? View instance and view attribute. What is the maximum length for supplier name? 240, I think so, right? Supplier name is 240. Fine. Next, last one is ship to location. Let's say ship to location, I don't want the text input. Instead of text input, I would like to choose the style as styled text. Styled text means the normal text information will be displayed. Like this. Like this it will. This is text input. And this is styled text. Now go to this. And what is the view instance? Only one we have, one query, one view object. Another one is view attribute, nothing but a column name, ship to location. This is, we have designed the page. Let's run the page. You will come to know whether it's up to your expected design or not. So previous example, we have taken message component layout. Now we have gone for the table. We must use the table when we say more than one record you are selecting. When you are selecting more than one record, we must go for table reason. No other option. Now this. We are using 100% width of the page and 4 columns are selected, but we don't have any data. If you execute your view object, data will be fetched. Right now we are not executed. Whenever we want to execute the controller, we have to define. Okay, go to the page. How to define the controller? Go to region, right click, set new controller. For every region you can create a controller. If you define the controller for the top region, that is applicable for entire page. Generally we will define top level only. Go to region, right click, set new controller. 2 times we got web UI. We need only one time folder. Name of the controller, let's say supplier controller. 2 methods we have in the controller. Go down, process request, process form request. This method is used when the page loads, it will be executed, whatever code you want to write. Now we would like to initialize the AAM. We want to access what is the AAM we have assigned to the page. So we have to define the folder, OA application module. We have to define the package. Define one object for this. Get your page AAM, page context dot get application module. So that whatever the AAM you are assigned to your page, that we will get. Next, inside of AAM, I want to view object. So OA view object, we can give any object name, page context dot find OA view object. Alt enter, it's imported. Inside of AAM, we want to find AAM dot find view object. And what is your view object name? Go to your AAM, right click, edit, select this. Now this object means indirectly this view means query that I want to execute. V1 dot object dot means indirectly V1 execute query. If you want to compile only this class, right click, rebuild. Successful compilation, 0 errors, 0 warning messages. Here also we'll find. Now run the page. And this is how it will work. This is table region. First we have used text item, second also text item, third text item, fourth one we have used message styled text. Yes. And 100% we are using the page width. 50% means only up to this it will be displayed. And we have selected table region, so you got this. And this is the heading, purchase order data. I want to have separate one bar, header bar and text, then what you can do? Last time we have done, right? We created one header region and mention your text. We have to keep this table region inside of the header region as a chain. So first header region is there, within that table region, within that your items. Right click. If you say header, your table region should occupy only 80% of width, not the 100% width. Only 6 records at a time. Let's say PO number also styled input, styled text. Like that we can change. Yes. So we got header region first. This is the text we have given while creating the table region. If you don't want that, you can remove it. Go to table region. We given the text, right? Go to page. Go to table region. Yes. You can remove it. So then what happened? Only this it will be displayed. This is your header region, and we have occupied only 80% of the page space, and maximum 6 records per page. Next 6 records will get. We can go for up to our requirement, 10 records or 20 records like that. What happened? Fine. it's got struck up, but if we click the next button, it will go to the next 6 records. This is how we will go for develop one page with single record and multiple record. Today almost we have covered all the components in the OAF except entity object. Except entity object. If you look at our diagram, we defined the page, we defined the controller, we created EAM, we created view object. From the controller, we have accessed the EAM. From the EAM, we have accessed the view and we have executed. Okay. So the same class we'll do in the next tomorrow. It's difficult for you because already we have done today 2 hours. Okay. So this will be uploaded. That RTL Technologies Facebook you can access after 2 hours. This entire recorded file will be uploaded. We can access from home today night itself. Now it's what's the time? 6:40. Maybe at 9 o'clock. Tomorrow morning you can access from the Facebook. Okay. So tomorrow also, sorry, Monday also will do the same. Same page will do it, and Monday will go for multiple pages, multiple queries, means multiple view objects that will write. Okay. Fine. So Monday your class time is as usual 4 to 6. 4 to 4:45 will take the O2C cycle, order to cash. 4:45 to 6, it is a common OAF. Okay. So this online batch people also, whenever you want to add, you want to listen again O2C, please. No, we don't have class, Prasad sir, we don't have it. Next class will be on Monday at 4 o'clock evening. Okay. Bye.